Today's session is about how to stay calm during times of uncertainty, how to stay calm when there is career uncertainty. A lot of people have a lot of uncertainty happening due to AI, due to the war, and everything. So take a nice long deep breath. In the next 15 minutes, I'm going to help you to do something very, very real. Things are changing. Your role is changing. Your company may be restructuring. Work has gone quiet. There is uncertainty whether you will get your daily supplies or not. Opportunities are not coming as fast as you hope. So, at some level we are trying to stay strong, but on another level, maybe there is some panic coming. Okay? So here's my promise to you. By the end of this conversation, you'll have a very, very simple way to steady your mind, to steady your body, and respond to the situation, to your career uncertainty or whatever uncertainty. You can respond to it without losing yourself, without becoming weak, and without panicking. And not by pretending everything is fine. A lot of us, the problem is going on, they say, oh, no, everything is fine. But inside you're not feeling that way. Okay? So I'm not going to teach you to do, fake the positivity. Okay? What we'll do is we'll learn to become calm enough to see things clearly. Keep your dignity also. Because whatever uncertainty you're facing, it's never about what's happening. If you're facing career uncertainty, it's nothing to do with your work. It's touching you at a level of your identity. It is touching you at the level of self-worth. It affects your sleep. It affects your family and everyone. And there is a voice in your head which is saying, hey, what if everything goes wrong? What if I'm falling behind? What will I do? I don't want to motivate you today. I want to help you become stronger. I want to help you to become the kind of person who can always stay present, even when the future is not clear. I want you to be a person who looks at and who faces every experience, everything that happens and says, this is an opportunity to become a better version of myself. That is power. Now keep your listening alive till the end. Keep your focus till the end. I'm going to give you a very simple method to reset, which you can use under 2 minutes. All right, let's start with very, very human, very honest truth. So most people are not only afraid of losing a job or losing whatever they have. They are afraid of losing the picture of their life that they had built. So we make a picture of what my life should look like, and they're afraid that that picture will be destroyed. Picture is very important, no? For example, you say, oh, by this age, I thought I would be more stable. Oh, I thought that my career would be rising, not falling. I thought that I've done enough to feel safe. And when that picture starts to crack, fear enters very quickly. We get frightened. Not because we are weak, but because we are human. And our mind does something very, very dramatic in such moments. It takes one incomplete piece of information, like someone did not respond to your mail, or somebody gave you a so-called dirty look, or somebody ignores you. You just take that small incomplete piece of information and you turn it into a full movie in your mind, and your mind is saying, I know exactly what it means. This is the beginning of the end. Now this thing is over. So you keep telling this kind of a story in your mind, right? Have you noticed it? The event may be just a small email. It may be, I remember one guy, boss told him, come, I want to talk to you. That's all. And he started panicking, you could see him. He was a colleague of mine. I say, what happened? Oh, boss is calling me, yaar. I think I'm going to lose my job today. I said, hello, why? Are you thinking like that? So I got him off it. He went and met the boss, came back with a big smile on his face. He's giving me a new opportunity. It was completely different from what he was imagining. Doom and gloom. So when this storytelling, the negative thing which you're telling, becomes strong and huge, what happens to you? Your body tightens, you start contracting, your jaw becomes tight, your chest contracts, and you are not able to sleep at night. Okay? You start having conversations in your head. Nothing has happened yet, but you're getting this. That is the reason why this uncertainty feels so tiring, so exhausting. And it's not only because of what is happening inside you. It's not happening because of what is happening outside of you. It's happening because of what starts to happen inside you. So here is a very small shift. Uncertainty is not always danger. It might be an opportunity, who knows. And very often, uncertainty is simply a lack of information. I'll give you a simple example about this getting enough gas for the house situation. You read, you black market it and this and that. But we didn't have the correct information. So when we went and spoke to the dealer, we got the right information and we got the gas in a week's time. They said, no, sir, nothing of this sort. You come, we'll give you a token and you pay the money and come and collect it. Right? So uncertainty sometimes, very often in fact, is simply a lack of information. Uncertainty is not a proof that something terrible is happening. It is maybe a foggy moment just before clarity comes. Problem with the mind is it hates these open loops. Now, if something is lying open in your mind, it will fill up the gaps with some old story of yours. Why? Why? Because fear, it loves this, uncertainty. It loves painful uncertainty. It does not like open possibilities. The mind does not like that. That is why people don't want to change. That is why people keep staying stuck in old roles. They're fed up of it. They keep staying stuck in old identities, old patterns. Not because they are good in it, but because they're just familiar with the old. Because the new seems to be uncertain, So people love familiarity. Makes them feel safe. Even a familiar pain might feel safer than an unfamiliar possibility. This is not failure, it is conditioning. This is our default survival mode. But are we here to let survival run our whole life? You are here to create your life. You are here to lead your life with awareness. And it's okay to feel afraid. It's just a feeling. So, do not allow yourself to make your next decision coming out of fear. See, this is where people lose their power. Not when the uncertain moment arrives. People lose power when they start treating every fearful thought as the truth. It is just a thought. It is not the truth. Now, many times when I used to live in Delhi, I used to drive my car in a fog. Sometimes you could hardly see 4 feet in front, you know. So uncertainty is like walking through a fog. So when you're driving in fog, you do not see the whole highway to continue. You just need enough visibility for the next step. I remember once in the middle of the night, I was coming back home. I couldn't see anything, but I could only see the edge of the road where they put those black and white marks. Slowly, just by looking at that marks, I reached home. That much visibility is what you need to see at that moment. So what do most of us demand from life? Now we stand in the fog asking for a 5-year map. We want guarantees. We want dates. We want outcomes. We want certainty. We want a signed letter from the universe. Okay, your life will be the way you want always. Hello. When life does not give us that certainty, what happens? We flee. See, clarity does not come before movement. Clarity comes because of movement. So it's always better to do something rather than to be frozen. You do not always think your way into confidence. You can't think and get confident, okay? You have to move your way into confidence. I have dealt with the most horrible situation in my life. I got it out of it one step at a time, one move at a time. Then another move and another move and another move. And then suddenly, even the foggy situation becomes workable. All right, so let me give you a simple 5-part process to stay calm during career uncertainty. Remember it like this: pause, separate, stabilize, refocus, and choose. Pause, separate, stabilize, choose. Let me put it in the chat for you guys to remember. Okay, so let us go through it one by one. The first one is pause. Whenever uncertainty hits, do not suddenly allow your panic to take over. Okay, take a nice long deep breath. Okay? And do not do things like sending an emotional message or going on thinking at 2 a.m. in the morning. Do not mentally resign from your job. Do not turn one unclear moment into a life sentence, okay? So pause, take a deep breath in, hold it gently, exhale longer than you inhale, breathe out slowly. Do it 3 or 4 times, soften your shoulders, relax your jaw, unclench your hands if it's tight, or your jaw, feel your feet. Why is this important? It's important because when your body settles, mind becomes less dramatic. See, when your body is not regulated, it will add more to your fright. Steady body creates more space. Space is precious. Okay? Now you don't need to solve your whole life in one moment. No? You need enough calm to make you able
Thank you.
To let fear manage you. Please mute yourself. You do not need your whole life solved in this moment, remember. So step number 2 is what? Separate. Separate facts from your fear. Facts are facts. Your story is your story. Your fear is your fear. This is one of the most powerful things that you can do. Ask 3 questions to yourself. What do I know for sure? What am I assuming? What is the story I am creating? So, what do I know for sure? What am I assuming? What is the story I am creating? Ask these questions. So, let us take one example. Let us say your company says we are restructuring. So, what are the facts? It is restructuring. Some roles might change. You do not yet have all the information. Okay? But what happens? Assumptions are, oh, I will lose my job. Oh, I will never recover. My career is over. Everybody else is ahead of me. My family will think I'm failed. Nothing has happened yet. They only said we are going to do restructuring. Now, do you know the difference between the two? Facts are clear. But your fear stories in your head are much more loud. And the mind does it so fast that your imagination feels real. So remember, I keep telling you, the mind does not know the difference between a real experience and an imaginary experience. So what are you doing? You are imagining yourself into a fearful situation. You know what? You should actually write it down whenever, if you are in that situation. Make 3 columns. What are the facts? What are the assumptions? What is the next action that you can take? Very simple. These are the facts. This is my assumption about it. This is my interpretation about it. This is my story about it. What is the next action I should do? Very small exercise can take you out from this emotional river in which you are sinking into a very solid state of grounded intelligence. Solid. That's what you need. In a situation like this, you just need to be calm and focused. Do not allow yourself to get into a state of emotional paralysis. Step number 3 is stabilize. Stabilize your inner state. That is where a lot of very, very smart people make a mistake. They focus only on external control. Like resume, LinkedIn, applications, networking, courses, messages. Refresh. Yes, do the practical things, sure. But first, before you do those practical things, first stabilize your inner state, because the state will shape your strategy. Your actions taken in a panic situation make things worse, right? So stabilize your state. So when you're frantic, your words will change. Your posture will change. Your energy will change. You start speaking from desperation. People know that. People can feel it. So before you make your strategy, 4 simple stabilizers that you should use. Number 1, sleep. Sleep properly. Tired mind creates darker future than reality deserves. If you find difficulty in sleeping, you can listen to a loop that I've created on my YouTube channel. So number 1, sleep. Get enough sleep. Number 2, movement. Walk, stretch, breathe. Move the stress through your body. Do not let it sit inside you. Walk, brisk walk or slow walk, whatever works for you. Stretch, breathe. Number 3, reduce this panic. We love to consume panic. Stop doing that. You don't need 20 videos. You don't need the opinions of 30 people. You don't need the negative prediction. Everybody is very fond of telling you negative things, right? And don't let these negative things enter your nervous system when you're feeling already so vulnerable. Protect your mind. Now, number 4, keep one daily anchor. Whatever anchor works for you. Prayer, or silence, or meditation, or journaling. Morning cup of tea without your phone. Walk in the evening. Yeah? That can become your daily anchor. So this anchor, this ritual will remind your system that my life is bigger than this very small problem. You can even sit and do the expansion exercise, which I have taught you many times. This is not laziness, guys. This is regulation, and regulation is strength. And remember this. A disturbed inner state will make even a good opportunity look frightening. Very recently, I was talking to a guy who had lost his job now. He's been out of a job for 6 months. Okay, I told him, before you go to the interview, center yourself. He did not do that. And he messed up that interview. And he comes and tells me, sir, I don't know, I panicked. That simple question he asked me, I knew the answer, but I forgot because I froze. Right? A disturbed inner state will make a good opportunity look frightening. A steadier inner state will help you to see options. Listen more clearly. Panic will subside. So the 4th step in this is refocus yourself. Refocus on what is in your hands right now. This is where the power will return. So when people feel uncertain, their attention gets trapped. Na? Where is it getting trapped? Into something which they cannot control. It's going there. Getting into thoughts like, oh, will they keep me? Will they call me? Will the market improve? Will the client renew? Will this role survive? These are not things you can control. Na? So shift your attention to what is in my hand still today. My preparation is in my hand. My learning is my hand. My communication in my hand. My courage is in my hand. My reputation is in my hand. My ability to create value is in my hands. My willingness to ask for support, it's in my hands. My financial discipline is in my hands. My next conversation is in my hands. So the moment you start acknowledging what is in your hand and what is it that you can do yourself, then your calmness becomes more practical. This is when life feels bigger. You become bigger than life. Okay? So when life feels very big, overwhelming, what do? Go small. Not smaller in your vision, but smaller in action. Start taking small steps. Like ask yourself, what are the 3 wisest things I can do in the next 24 hours? Maybe it is just talking to 5 people. Maybe it is just updating your resume. Maybe it is writing down your strengths once again clearly. Maybe it is only reviewing your finances. Small, clear actions will give you more certainty. And helplessness will go down. Step number 5 is make a choice. Choose. Choose the meaning. Instead of your automatic meaning, create a meaning, choose your meaning. This is the deep shift that you need. See, every situation of uncertainty asks one hidden question. Who are you going to become here? Are you going to become smaller? Are you going to become harder? Are you going to become more cynical, more ashamed? Or are you going to be more honest, more resilient, or more adaptable, grounded, creative, more clear, more awake? Now listen very carefully. A difficult situation, difficult career season is not only testing your income, it is telling you what kind of a relationship you have with yourself. Do you trust yourself only when life is going according to your plan? Or do you trust yourself even when things are changing? Now, it's very interesting that when you start trusting yourself when things are changing and you know that I can handle this also, that is called maturity. That is real strength, that is real inner leadership. So, uncertainty is not only an interruption, Baba, it's an invitation. It's an invitation telling you to upgrade yourself, to tell the truth, to stop living in the default autopilot mode. Invitation to ask, what kind of work truly uses me? What kind of life am I actually creating? What is it that I'm not going to be available for anymore? Enough is enough. What capacity is life asking me to develop now? That is a more powerful conversation, right? So very quickly, let's move to a very, very simple reset process, which I promised you in the beginning. I call it calm. C for come back to your body, take a breath, relax your shoulders and all. A for ask for the facts. The facts. What do I actually know right now? And what is it that I am adding from my stories? What is real and what is it that I imagine? L, look for the next wise move. Not the perfect move, not the whole picture, just the next wise move. Something which is in your hands to do. M, move without any drama. Take one small step. Make the call, update your profile, learn a skill. Okay? So that is the CALM method. Come back, ask, look, move. And use it before any situation like an interview or before you have to send an important proposal. And as we say, get ready to say bye-bye today, let me tell you something, because I think everybody needs to hear it. Uncertainty can awaken shame. So please do not add shame to the change. You are not less valuable. You are not behind. Life is simply rearranging things, maybe for the better. And remember something that I believe completely. Everything that happens will create something better in your life and take you towards where you actually need to go. You are not your current title. Whatever may happen, you are a wonderful, magnificent, extraordinary human being, and nothing can change that.